Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great start to y'all weekend overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We got some things that we currently need to discuss that's going on in the boxing world, man. We're gonna talk about Tim. Y'all weekend overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We got some things that we. My own audio fucking me up. I'm cutting me off in this motherfucker. But we're going to talk about Tim Bradley, egghead ass, and what his current video was. We're going to talk about that. We're going to break that down. Then we're going to get a real conversation on Timothy Bradley. You feel what I'm saying? Justin Jackson said Tim was trolling. I don't know about that, brother. I don't know. Like I think we want to believe that he's trolling. I think that it makes people more comfortable to lean towards the idea of somebody trolling. But in my personal opinion, I just think that he's continuing to reveal who he really is. I don't think he's trolling at all. I actually think that he's dead serious. I actually believe that he's dead serious. We're going to talk about it. We definitely going to talk about it. Salute to everybody that's in the building so far, y'all. As soon as y'all come in, y'all hit the like button. Sean Terrence, what up? He said, Timmy do goofy. Listen, man. We're going to have a serious conversation about, our people, bro. Seriously, especially in the boxing community. Like, it's something that I'm noticing, like, everywhere. But, like, specifically in the boxing community, bro, this is the exact reason why. This is the exact reason why fighters now are so comfortable with disrespecting black people. Because, for one, they know you ain't going to do shit. Because don't nobody... These this current era of motherfuckers, bro, that's coming up, like they have no type of pride in themselves. They got no type of pride in their people, where they come from, their ancestors, nothing. So for one, they know you ain't gonna do shit. Two, they know that there's gonna be motherfuckers that they talking about, the exact motherfuckers that they talking crazy about and using derogatory terms towards. They know that there's gonna be at least a few of y'all that's either gonna ignore it or defend it. You feel what I'm saying? Tim beat Barbosa to pick Teos to beat Teo, so I know he ain't serious. Listen, man, Tim Bradley's serious. He's serious. We gonna go through the whole history because he made the. What was he trolling when he was not chastising or criticizing Ryan Garcia for using the N word? Because when Ryan Garcia went on that rant, he said that we let people control our emotions, and that same shit that they always say about black people, like, oh, you're always victimizing yourselves. Oh, and then he also says that we give words too much power. We gonna talk about it. We definitely gonna talk about it. Sean Terrence, forever dedicated, Simba Boxing, Justin Jackson in the building, Coffee Plant, Monty Brown, I believe. Monty Brown TV. Salute. Chris Maldonado, what up? What's on your mind? Well, we gonna talk about it, bro. Let me actually pull the video up so we can really have a, honest conversation. You know what I mean? An objective conversation. You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me see. What? Hold on, y'all. I gotta see something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Somebody just sent me some, and I need to see what's going on. Oh shit. How I don't know Monty? What you mean? How I don't know Monty? I'm supposed to know him? No disrespect. How I don't? How you don't know Monty? He be on. I seen him on the channel before. He been doing YouTube for a minute. Oh, all right. Salute them, Monty Brown. I ain't know that I was supposed to know it, bro. Y'all don't be believing me when I be saying that I don't be really watching dudes, bro. I tell y'all all the time, Nick. There's only like a few people I listen to. Like I listen to like Champ Side here and there. That's rare. Um, and like 78 Sports here and there too. I don't really be listening to other people's opinions because I don't be wanting them to interfere with my own. 63K sub. Damn. Okay. Salute, brother. Salute to Monty Brown. All right, I'm gonna have to check that out. If he got 63K, that means he talking some shit over there. Salute. That's beautiful. Shout out to the boy Monty Brown. I'm like, no disrespect at all, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all seen what my life involved, then y'all will understand why. And, I be wanting my opinions to be authentic too. It's like, y'all ever listen to a rap song? I don't know if anybody like wrote raps before. You feel what I'm saying? But like, let's say y'all trying to y'all memorize a song, y'all listen to it a lot, and then y'all try to rap to that same instrumental. Like you literally gonna start writing shit that sounds similar to the verse that you memorized. So I feel like that's the same thing that applies when you on you go on somebody's channel, you hear somebody's opinion or a take on a topic. It's pretty. I'm not saying that it'll influence mine, but like I'll be thinking about that opinion while I'm formulating my own. So at the same time, uh, somebody else's opinion can influence yours. You feel me? But yeah. So let's get into this conversation, man. We're gonna talk about the Teofimo Jaron in this fight, and we're gonna talk about Tim Bradley's opinion on it because when I had gotten word of what Tim Bradley was saying, uh, I wasn't necessarily surprised. We gonna talk about it. Let me see if I can find this shit. Where am I able to find this at? Is this on Tim Bradley's channel? Where can I find this video at? It's on his channel. I don't see it. I think it's called like.
What's good? Tim Storm Bradley. Yeah, I know. Hey, every time y'all see me, I'm on the damn green field. You already know. Kids getting it in. Whether it's soccer, football, whatever it is, that's where we at. But anyways, I'm chiming in. Because I'm here to be the bearer of bad news. The bearer of bad news.
Yeah, I see how enthusiastic Tim Bradley be right before he's about to talk shit about a black fighter. Y'all be noticing that? Or I'm tripping? It's like he gets so excited to go against his own people. It's like this boy be cooning at his best. Does Bradley have head trauma? He does, but I don't think he's definitely had some very bad concussions, especially in the Ruslan Provatnikov fight, the Tim Bradley, the Manny Pacquiao fights and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna go out my way to say that he's punchy or anything like that. I don't think he's punchy at all. I think he retired at the right time before it could have went, left. But what Chris just sent me? Oh no, I found the video, Chris. I appreciate that though. Shout out to Chris Maldonado for sending me the link. But I found the video, brother. Thank you.
I'm chiming in because I'm here to be the bearer of bad news. The bearer of bad news. So I'm hearing about this whole Teofimo Lopez and Ennis. Who's Ennis? And I'm seeing some of these polls up and everything. And I'm seeing 85% Boots Ennis. Y'all crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Hey, Boots Ennis better leave Teofimo Lopez alone. He better leave him alone. I'm telling y'all. Yes, leave that boy alone.
Okay.
He a real one. I know what all that racist random stuff like that. Hey, that's one thing. When I'm talking about boxing.
Oh my God. Coon 101. Coonery 101. When a motherfucker he acknowledges the racism but refuses to address it. He acknowledges the racism but he refuses to address it. Man. I know he a racist. And I know he don't like me. And, he calls me monkeys and stuff like that. But let's just talk about boxing. That is the most. That's like the strongest indication of a fucking coward. You feel me? Um, this is the strongest indication of a coward because he's letting you know that racism shit makes him uncomfortable. So he wants to keep it boxing so he could avoid the uncomfortable conversations. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just what I get off of that. And on some real shit, bro, like motherfuckers, like I've had people do that shit all the time. Oh no, man, no, because we talking about Teofimo Lopez, and they be niggas that be jumping out the gym trying to praise Teofimo Lopez and all that shit. And I'm like, damn, you praising somebody a whole lot that do not like you. You know what I mean? Don't like you or your race at all. You doing a whole lot of praising. Oh no, man, but I know that. But let's just talk about the fighter, man. Let's just talk boxing. You're a fucking pussy, bro. You're a fucking pussy. Why is it that black people always, especially like in this era, especially in the boxing community, why y'all always try to find a way to, stick up for coons and racists? Why is that? That's exactly what I see in the chat right now. Todd says, I don't think Bradley truly believes T.O. could do anything with Boots. Bradley just wants to see T.O. get hurt badly. So y'all want y'all want to give Timothy Bradley the benefit of the doubt and say that he's merely trolling and he actually wants to see T.O. get brutalized by Jaron Ennis. When Tim Bradley has a history of coonish activity, y'all want to give him the benefit of the doubt now. Shit is crazy, bro. Let's continue with this video. We definitely gonna cook up on this. There's a lot I want to say.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm here to tell y'all, he got what it takes to beat Boots Ennis. Man, the two most athletic fighters in the game. Damn, if they was to go head to head. Woo-wee. Yeah, Boots got all the attributes. He got the height, he got the long arms. But you know who got the better timing? That's Teofimo Lopez. You know who's athletic? Who was the last athletic guy that Boots fought? Kern? Kern was the last one? Yeah. And don't think that Boots gonna be able to out punch him. Don't think that. No, he not. Because you go back, you watch that Claggett fight. That boy Teofimo Lopez, he got some lungs too. When he full-fledged and hungry, he got lungs too. He threw almost 1,000 punches in that fight. Yeah.
Teo almost threw 1,000 punches in that fight against Steve Claggett because Steve Claggett stood in front of Teofimo Lopez for him to almost throw 1,000 punches. When you're a sitting duck like a Steve Claggett, a lot of punches are going to be thrown. If you're in that person's area the entire course of the fight, and the motherfucker let his hands go throughout the course of 12 rounds, a lot of punches are going to be thrown. So why are you using Steve Claggett? Why is Tim Bradley using Steve Claggett as an example for why Teofimo Lopez has a good set of lungs on him and he throws a lot of punches? And right, what he's about to do is compare punch stats with Jaron Ennis to Teofimo when he fought Steve Claggett. How many punches did Teo throw against Barbosa? Let's talk about. They say you're just as good as your last performance, right? Did he throw 1,000 punches against Arnold Barbosa? Come on, stop it. Why the fuck is we bringing up Steve Claggett? You really about to use Steve Claggett as an example to make Teofimo Lopez look good? That was a fucking cherry pick, sir. Ty said, I don't even like Bradley, but I'm smart enough to get what he's trying to do. Okay, so by your logic, then I'm dumb then, because I disagree with you, brother. I don't think that he's trolling at all. I think he genuinely means this. So I guess I'm not smart enough to understand what he's doing. Okay. What's his when Tim Bradley has historically been pro top rank his whole life, has been historically pro top rank his whole life. You want me to believe that he's trolling and he's actually against Teofimo Lopez? When this man was he trolling when he was trying to, how can I say this? Was Tim Bradley trolling when he was speaking about Ryan Garcia and Ryan Garcia went on that racist rant and he said that we give words too much power and words shouldn't bother you and stuff like that, refusing to acknowledge how harmful the word is to the black community. He refused to acknowledge that. Was he trolling them? Okay. Shay said, Tim a dickhead. He's so happy to talk bad about his people. Bingo. Anyways, let's proceed.
Oops, I see you. Your numbers is quite high. You around 600, 500, 600, close to 700 sometimes. But guess who can match that output? Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, Boots. All them little lapses you be having, you ain't gonna be able to have them lapses with Teofimo Lopez. Oh no.
So Teofimo Lopez, Boots can't have the lapses that he's been having against Teofimo Lopez. These lapses that you're referring to, you have to be talking about the Karen fights. You feel what I'm saying? That's pretty much the only ones you can really speak on. The first one was 12-0, sir. The second one, another dominant performance. If you're talking about the David Evanesia fight, he stopped David Evanesia. Are we not going to bring up Teofimo Lopez's lapses? Are we not going to talk about him losing to George Kambosos? Are we not gonna talk about his lapses against Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin, who people believe both beat him? What are we even talking about? How many controversial fights does Jaron Ennis have on his resume?
on his game. When he right, when his mind right, it's hard to beat that dude. Explosive, smart. He got a high IQ as well as you do. So look, I'm letting y'all know. Eddie Hearns, if you listening, I'm telling you, if you don't want your guy to get beat, stay away from Teofimo Lopez. You want to give him a couple more fights before you fight that guy? I know he was moving up to 47. I get that. Yeah, y'all gonna say the power and all that. Oh, I get all of that. But like I told y'all, hey, speed versus speed, power versus power, timing versus all those attributes that Boost got. Hey, I give Teofimo Lopez a damn good chance of upsetting Boots Ennis. Y'all heard it here first. Stay away from that boy, Boots. I'm telling you, stay away. Peace.
Those are Timothy Bradley's words, yo. Those are Timothy Bradley's words. Talking about he know their history and they don't like each other. Bro, there's been plenty of fighters that Tim Bradley has had issues with and still kept it a buck with them. Or at least gave his opinion on them. This motherfucker had problems with Brian Norman publicly. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing. Tim Bradley, let's talk about Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley is the pure definition of a company man. When you are a company man, they will do any and everything to make whoever they're working for look good. They will defend that company against any other company. They're like, it's that over everything. He has always been that way with Top Rank. You feel what I'm saying? This man will literally do anything to appease Bob Arum. And I brought up this example before, but I'm going to bring this up again. Tim Bradley was so loyal to Top Rank when he was active. He is one of very few people to turn down the fucking Mayweather sweepstakes, y'all. Mayweather, his team, they called Tim Bradley. They was like, yo, we want to make a fight with you and Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? This the numbers, blah, blah, blah. This comes out of Tim Bradley's own mouth in an interview. They was like, I mean, we can make this fight happen. Just stay a free agent. Don't sign back with Top Rank. What did Tim Bradley do? Asked for an insane amount of money that he knew, that he admitted, made no type of sense. They hung up the phone. They stopped having conversations with Tim. He goes ahead, re-signs with Top Rank. How the fuck do you duck Floyd Mayweather at a point where if you fought him, they literally called it the Mayweather sweepstakes? Everybody and their mom accepted a Floyd Mayweather payday except Tim Bradley. And he literally sacrificed the biggest person in his career just to show Bob and them niggas that he is that loyal to them. So when I hear that Tim Bradley is trolling and Tim Bradley is like he's trolling, like he's capping, like he's trying to set T.O. up. And no, I think this is genuinely who Tim Bradley is. This is who Tim Bradley is, y'all. Like he's shown you this time and time again. He's always went out of his way to degrade black fighters. This man is a top-notch coon. Spider-Man in the building said, remember Bradley Duck Sponge? Yeah, I remember that. The WBC ordered them to fight. Tim Bradley went off into retirement. Maybe he was retired. Maybe he, in his mind, he was already retired, before that order was made. But regardless, he ducked that smoke. We know that. T.O.'s resume is better than Boost, and they are both the same age. I don't understand why this is even brought into consideration. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Tim Bradley. But if you really want to talk about it, Teo's resume being better than Boots and they're the same age, they had totally different routes, brother. You know, Boots wasn't signed with no fucking Bob Arum top rank. You feel what I'm saying? He wasn't, he wasn't given the opportunities that Teofimo was given. Boots was heavily avoided on his come up. Why is we even like? Why is they're not? This the difference between Boots and Teofimo Lopez, yo. Boots has been turned down by multiple guys that if he would have beat them, would have put him in a completely different level. I could give y'all some examples. Rashidi Ellis turned down Boots. Your Dennis Ugas didn't want to fight Boots. Earl Spence was caught up with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was caught up with Earl Spence. They both moved up to 154 pounds after they fight. Well, Spence ain't been back since then. He talking about he'll be back between 54 and 60. Terrence Crawford, he moved up to 54. Now he about to go to fight Canelo at 68. Keith Thurman act like he ain't know who Boots was. Said if he beat Boots today, it'll do nothing for him tomorrow. Can y'all name me some examples of guys who share similar feelings about fighting Teofimo Lopez? You can't find it. What you're going to find is Teofimo Lopez ducking a lot of fighters who are, black, athletic, skilled boxers. Did Turkey yes or no in the chat, y'all? Did Turkey Al-Sheikh send Teofimo an offer to fight Devin Haney? I'm making a point. I'm really making a point. Did Turkey Al-Sheikh send Teofimo Lopez an offer to fight Devin Haney? No, he did. He did. He did. Turkey Al-Sheikh sent, and this was before they locked in the fight with Jose Ramirez. Turkey Al-Sheikh sent Teofimo Lopez an offer to fight Devin Haney, and he said no. He did. Yeah, that's easily something that could be found on the internet right now. Talking about show the receipts. What receipts? You want me to show you a contract? You want me to show you a contract? I'm saying I'm calling out. I see Haney calling out Teo for a fight right now. I'm not here to change anyone's mind. I just know the real. Ty, you don't know shit outside of what the fuck we know. What is you talking about? You making assumptions, brother. You don't know shit. What is we talking about? You keep talking about abilities that only you seem to have. Keep talking about, I don't know what you do. Haney just wants to stay relevant. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. As far as I'm concerned, Haney is relevant. He is relevant. How is he not? You talking about him. How is he not relevant? You talking about him. The fuck? How y'all saying, oh, a nigga's not relevant, but his dick is in your mouth. So how that work? You sound dumb as hell. But anyways, back to Tim Bradley. Y'all niggas throwing me off. Y'all niggas throwing me off in the comments. Tim Bradley. Well, first of all, that's the difference between Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis. This man, Teofimo Lopez, said he refuses to fight Shakur. All right, let's pack you up. Tell Ty eat a dick. He said, "How you gonna tell me what the fuck I know, dickhead? You said that. Let's roll this back. You just have the ability to see past someone's bullshit, bro. You're making assumptions. You don't know shit, nigga. What is you talking about? You don't know, but I know. Fucking idiot. He's an idiot. Nigga ain't saying not one factual thing on this motherfucking live, and he just keep insinuating that like he's smarter than niggas. It's a fucking dummy. Ty know one thing, and that's how to get the fuck packed. That's what the fuck he know. That's one thing he know how to do is get packed. E-Man is a dick eater. Pack him up too. We ain't about to be playing with these niggas. Yeah, this nigga Ty like, yeah, he act like he got a third eye. I'm just, I don't know about you guys, but I'm able to do this, and I could just do this, and I don't know about you, but I could just do. Shut the fuck up. If you know so much, go get your parlays put together, little nigga. Since you know so much, nigga, see into the future and shit. Fuck. Did I see Shakur cook Mike Coppinger? Yes, I did. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Mike Coppinger be talking a little spicy too. I was peeping that shit. Like, this little nigga, Mike Coppinger be talking greasy. He either the type to sue niggas or he must know how to throw hands or something. He either got a good ass lawyer or he know how to throw his hands because he be trying niggas, bro. Shit, E-Man might be a low burner account. Nah, Low wouldn't say no shit like Teal would beat Jaron Ennis. He wouldn't say no shit like that. Fuck out of here. Tired and lighting one. Yeah, he's a fucking nut. I hate motherfuckers like that, bro. You over here trying to have we trying to have a conversation about boxing, but you keep alluding to what you know. And like, oh, I know this. Well, I know this. I don't know about you, but I know this. Like, bro, like this fucking like superiority complex you got. That shit ain't gonna work over here, guys. You said what the fuck? Source, trust me, bro. Yeah, exactly. Sean Terrence said Fox versus Bohachuk gonna be good coming on soon. Shout out to the boy Mike Fox, man. Shout out to the boy Mike Fox, man. One of the friends of the channel. We done did an interview together not too long ago. Very cool dude. Came up in Philadelphia. Was able to witness a lot of his fights. My dad was actually uh I don't know if he was no he was actually Mike Fox cut opponent's cut man in a fight before. Um Mike Fox is a good fighter, man. He might be able to. I mean, if he plays smart, he keep his range and he's able to box, man. He get Bohachuk some problems, man. So salute to the boy. Who the fuck just said what? Hey, Light King. Nah, that can't be no woman talking like that. Man. That's a fucking fake pic, bro. Niggas be on here tripping. Ah. But let me see what's going on. Yeah, bro. Like it's so crazy seeing people stick up for Tim Bradley. Yeah, that's a fake page for sure. It's so crazy. EJ versus Thurman being finalized. That's not finalized. I ain't hear nothing about that. You know something I don't know, brother? You know something I don't know, brother? I ain't seen none of that. Because if that was the case and the fight was made, why wouldn't it be on why isn't it on Premier Boxing? This girl snoring on my fucking live. Jesus Christ. Um Tim Bradley, bro. Tim Bradley was also talking about athleticism and shit like that. Tim, name me an athletic fighter besides Vasily Lomachenko, who came all the way up from 126. Name an athletic fighter, a black athletic fighter that Teofimo Lopez has faced in his career. Blue Blood. Blue Blood. I don't know if Blue Blood is like the one to confirm that. He probably done heard some, he probably done heard some rumors or whatever the case is, and he's just speaking about it. But as far as I'm concerned, that's not finalized, so I'm not going to speak on it as if it is. You, you know, I got to hear that from Premier Boxing. I got to hear that from EJ. Or I got to hear it from Thurman or all the above. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just going to go off of that. Richard Comey is not a black athletic fighter. What I mean by that is like that slick black American style. Richard Comey style ain't built like that, and he ain't no athletic fighter as far as I'm concerned. He's a one-dimensional fighter from what I see. Richard Comey is not one of them, brother. When I'm referring to is fighters like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, fighters of that, Keyshawn Davis, those type of fighters. You feel me? Like, he had the opportunity to fight Keyshawn. He said Keyshawn got to do more. Devin Haney done sent offers to T.O. He done turned them down. We seeing shit like he said he'll never fight Shakur Stevenson because his manager is Jay Prince. What the fuck that got to do with anything? Then he started even bringing up the idea of, Shakur Stevenson wanting to unalive himself and all this weird shit, bro. Like, I don't be understanding the shit that Teofimo Lopez be on. But there's a difference between T.O.'s career and Jaron Ennis' career. How am I going to disqualify the most athletic person on his resume? He's not the most athletic person on his resume. Vasily Lomachenko was. What show me within Richard Comey's style that shows you that he's athletic? What fight did he show athleticism, brother? You let me know. Show me a fight where he showed me some athleticism. I've seen him show punching power. Show me a fight where he showed me some type of athleticism. I ain't see that from no Richard Comey, unless I'm bugging the fuck out. I don't watch his biggest fights. I ain't see that, and neither one. I ain't see athleticism and none of that shit. Talking about like the bounce, the move, the foot speed, the hand speed, the reflexes. Show me where Richard Comey is showing me that. You don't see that. T.O.B. Loma because he was bigger and be race baiting for notoriety. He didn't. He didn't, Marky. And the reason why I'm disqualifying Vasily Lomachenko is because that man moved up from 126 to 135, bro. Wasn't no full-fledged lightweight, cuz. I give him his credit for the win, though. That was a good one. But I'm saying athletic black fighters that happen to be a part of the same era as Teofimo Lopez. Where are they at on his resume? No Gervonta Davis on his resume. That might be Gervonta Davis's fault. No Shakur Stevenson on his resume. No Keyshawn Davis on his resume. No Devin Haney's on his resume. Are you seeing the common factor in all of this? Teo athleticism shines against lesser opponents. I agree with you 1,000%. His athleticism looked good until he ended there with somebody who has some sense of athleticism, aka Jermaine Ortiz, aka Sandor Martin. And neither one of them, in my opinion, are on the level in terms of athleticism to guys like Shakur, Keyshawn, and fucking Keyshawn, Shakur, and shit. We can include Javante. We can include Devin Haney. No, Tim Bradley didn't address a lot of things. That's why it's like y'all saying he trolling and shit. I'm telling y'all, this is exactly who he is. You feel me? This is the same guy who, spent his whole career bigging up Terrence Crawford. Yo, Terrence Crawford, the next big thing. I'm telling you, I sparred Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence Crawford gonna be a world champion. And as soon as this fucking white guy pops up on the scene and starts using angles, oh my God, he's the Matrix. Oh my God, Vasil Lomachenko, no Moschenko. Oh my God, this guy is absolutely phenomenal. He's pound for pound number one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Andre Ward. I'm sorry to Terrence Crawford. But Vasil Lomachenko, this is the same dude. Was he trolling? Was he trolling then? Was he trolling then? When he said that Vasil Lomachenko was pound for pound number one over Terrence Crawford, and Andre Ward asked him, how are you putting Vasil Lomachenko over Terrence Crawford? You know what Tim Bradley looked Andre Ward in the eye and said? Because he's Lomachenko, bro. Was he trolling then? The guy he was bigging up his whole career, bigging him up. But as soon as a white man gets on the scene and start making a little bit of noise, here comes Tim Bradley pulling out the motherfucking Popeyes biscuits. You know what I mean? Cooning, shucking and jiving as usual. But that's Tim Bradley trolling, man, because he don't like Teofimo. He don't like Teofimo. He's trying to set Teofimo Lopez up. Bro, there's nothing that Tim Bradley could say that could ultimately set Teofimo Lopez up. You know why? Because Tim Bradley not setting up these motherfucking contracts. He's not negotiating these fights. He literally has nothing to do with the fight being made. He has no influence on the fight being made. He's nobody of power. How can he set Teofimo Lopez up if he's not behind the scenes making the fights happen? Now, if this was a matchmaker at Top Rank saying this, or Bob Arum over at Top Rank saying this, okay, y'all will make a very valid argument. You will make a very valid argument. But Timothy Bradley can't set Teofimo Lopez up if he's not, in these tables making these fights happen. He's merely a commentator with a fucking YouTube channel with about 6K subscribers. If he was truly trying to set up Teofimo Lopez, he wouldn't be doing it on video. He'd be attempting to do this shit behind the scenes. That's where the fuck you gonna get your results at. Not on no fucking YouTube video on a channel that has 6K subscribers. That's not gonna get the job done if that's truly what your motive is. So let's cut this shit out. Bradley say Fury the greatest heavyweight of all time too. Yeah, bro. Like, y'all see the patterns? Do y'all see the patterns? Fury the greatest heavyweight of all time. Are you fucking high? With all of the all-time greats that have come up in the sport of boxing, you telling me that Tyson Fury is greater than Muhammad Ali with the resume that Muhammad Ali has? How about George Foreman? How about Evander Holyfield? How about fucking Larry Holmes? How about Joe Louis, you fucking idiot? But because they're the same skin color as Timothy Bradley, he don't want to give them no credit. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Motherfucker talking about Boots mishaps and his lapses, his performances. Y'all answer this. Who had more lapses in their career? Teofimo Lopez or Jaron Ennis? These like this dude is so desperate to throw a brother under the bus, bro, that he not even thinking his points through because they're easy to counter, bro. They're easy to counter. That's what's fucking me up. Like, bro, if you really made some crazy ass points and there was no way for me to, play devil's advocate, all right, bro, you made a solid point and I'm going to respect your opinion, but I can't respect this nut shit right here. Said some races on the low. He a coon. He a coon, bro. Tim Bradley, Stephen A. Smith, Jason Whitlock, like Charles Barkley, like them. Man, Charles Barkley's the bid, but he be cooning too. These niggas are amongst the elite when it comes to coonery. What was the other person y'all was saying? Y'all was saying, oh yeah, Derrick James. Derrick James and Timothy Bradley are the biggest coons in the sport of boxing. There was so many times that Tim Bradley could have shown how he, where he stands with the people and shit like that. And every time that he's been given an opportunity to do so, he's never stepped up to the plate. You could just tell that him defending his own race makes him so uncomfortable. You could see it. And you could just see Tim's face. First of all, Tim looked like he unhealthy. His eyes yellow and shit. Face all round. It looked like he got some type of skin discoloration and shit like that. Like, Tim, you need to get yourself in order, brother. Like, them Popeye chicken sandwiches not that good, bro. I promise you, they not that good. You know what I mean? You need to get back in your Desert Storm bag. Go ahead, get your abs back, because you out here looking like motherfucking Carl Winslow without the police outfit and shit. You out here looking bad, my brother. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't know if he drink. But his eyes looking like Michael Jordan's and shit. This nigga look like he poured like motherfucking Snapple peach iced tea over his eyelids and shit. And his shit just sitting like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he out here tripping. I don't know who told that nigga that, you know what I mean? That's what happens when you get a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? You retire and you forget to take care of yourself and shit. You feel me? Tio the type to pull out of a fight, then fight a bum the next fight. Bro, I swear, bro. Do y'all remember how many times people done came out and be like, oh, Tio finalizing a deal with this person. Oh, he's finalizing a deal with this person. Oh, he finalizing a deal with this person. Whole time, this nigga ain't fighting nobody that they rumoring him to fight. Remember, he's supposed to fight Subriel. Oh, he's supposed to fight this dude. He's supposed to fight that dude. And then they said, oh, you fighting Steve Claggett. Tio was like, nah, I ain't fighting Steve Claggett. I don't got an opponent yet. Just in the gym working hard. 2 weeks later, they announced him and Steve Claggett. Because you knew you was going to face backlash for that. You literally faced the 15th person at the time on the WBO rankings. Because your last couple fights, you was getting outboxed and you couldn't cut off a ring. So you wanted to make yourself look good and fought somebody who stood directly in front of you. Just so people could be naive enough to see that and be naive enough to think that you fixed your game up or you back in your bag, and now motherfuckers like, oh, T.O. back, man. Yeah, man, he's back, man. You see how many punches he threw against Steve Claggett? You see how many punches he threw against Steve? Like, stop it. Stop it. Mazuma, you seen Rolly and Aiden last night calling each other daddy? No, I didn't see that, and I'm glad I didn't see that because I don't partake in that type of fuckery. You know what I mean? Like, Rolly be clowning and shit, but that type of shit not funny to me, so, you know what I mean? I'm glad I didn't watch that. I did see that shots rang out at that event and shit. They was trying to jump Antonio Brown, so Antonio Brown, I guess he shot in the air to, get the heat up off him and shit. And then I heard Rolly was like, they're fucking shooting, guys. Duck. They're fucking shooting, guys. Duck. This nigga was like hiding behind a sofa and shit. There was some wild shit that was going on. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta keep that ratchet on you, cuz. Why Antonio Brown the only nigga out there with a banger, bro? Why he the only one out there with a pistola, nigga? Fuck out of there. Keep that shit on me. You tripping. They're fucking shooting, guys. Duck. A duck punches, not bullets. Yeah, Ralphie. Yeah, I seen that, bro. But that's the type. We were speaking about this on the last live. That's the type of person that Teofimo Lopez is, bro. He switched up on a good friend of him and Rolly Romero. Forever dedicated said, Mark, you look mad. Someone got off on you in sparring today. No, I went to an amateur show today and left 2-0. That's what happened. Shout out to Deshaun Jones getting a beautiful victory. You know what I mean? My fighter. That was his 14th bout. Looking absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to my boy Giovanni Stewart, who was my dad's fighter. Got a beautiful victory as well. He left the bitch 2-0. The only team at that event to leave undefeated. That's us. That's us, brother. So, you know what I mean? Now, I don't look sad. I'm tired in a bitch, though. Because I've been out since 9 a.m. and then I got home at 9 p.m. on a Saturday working. So, yeah, I got me some good food. My girl sleep. I ain't gonna show her though. She would probably get upset. And I'm tired than a bitch. So sorry my thoughts ain't as sharp as they usually are. You know what I mean? I'm doing this for y'all though. I wasn't even gonna come on today for real, for real. I was gonna sit back and watch that new show they got on Netflix, bro. This shit fire. That shit called Forever. Um fire ass show. Shit got me hooked. I ain't even gonna hold you, and I don't even watch shows. Shout out to the boy Sean Terrence Smoochie. You gotta watch it. It's fire. Trust me, it's fire. Take the time to watch it. It's like high school kids. You know what I mean? It's a lot, bro. It's too much to really get into. It's too much to get into. I would like to fight on one of them Aiden Ross cards though. How much that nigga paying? Shout out to the boy Sean Terrence. He said they talk about Boost being a bigger fighter, like as if Boost ain't better than T.O. ring IQ wise or skill wise. That's what I'm saying. Like T.O. literally be winning these fights just because he more athletic and he quicker than these fighters. Like he got that Roy Jones shit going on. He's not on the level of a Roy Jones, but what I'm saying is, when Roy will go up against guys like James Toney and Bernard Hopkins, his peak that are more skilled than him and things of that nature. They might have had more tools in their toolbox, but Roy's athleticism and his quickness and his hand speed, you know, reflexes and all that was so fast that even though they had the skills, Roy's physical attributes was too much for him. That's how Teofimo Lopez getting by in a lot of these fights. You know what I mean? Besides the ones that he had trouble cutting off the ringer, these guys are not fast enough to keep up with T.O. Their reflex is not quick enough. Their quickness not up to par with T.O. I would love to see how T.O. would do against somebody that matches him in athleticism. If his athleticism is neutralized, what does he have left? And I heard Tim Bradley bring up T.O.'s timing. And I always told y'all that Teofimo Lopez's timing is phenomenal. I've always said that. He showed it against Mason Menard. He showed it against Richard Comey. Like he's shown great timing. It's like he sees the punch and he gets his punch off. He shoots a shot right before you let that John go. That's great timing. But Boost also has great timing. Boost also has great timing. You feel what I'm saying? He showed it against Amante Stanionis with those pull uppercuts that he was shooting and shit like that. Those are not easy to do. For you to pull and shoot an uppercut, bro, you gotta have some pretty good timing to be able to get that shit off. That's a very risky move. And he did it several times throughout the fight in a hard puncher in Amante Stanionis. Boots is the better fighter than Teofimo Lopez all around the board. All around the board. And how the way Teofimo Lopez faced breakup, you telling me that's the thing. Tio could beat Jaron Ennis. Anything's possible in boxing. Yes. Yes, technically you're right. You feel what I'm saying? But when we really see what these guys bring to the table, people talk about Boots like a defense. T.O. defense ain't that good neither. I seen Arnold Barbosa look like he stunned him with a right hand. And that was Barbosa timing him. You telling me Boots not gonna be able to time him with a right hand or a left hook and see how sensitive Teofimo Lopez face get? You telling me he won't break up from them punches that Boots anyway? Boots is fast. His boxing mind is sharp, and his punches are precise, yo. He will hit you right on the money. He can hit you dead on the chin like he did Thomas Delorme. Lo, I'm cool, Lo. I'm cool, Lo. Lo, on some real shit, bro. I was already talking about it. I don't really fuck with your whole stance with Teofimo Lopez and that you still choosing to support him after that racist shit. So you know what I mean? I don't even want niggas that be on your type time on the channel. You feel me? So that's not happening. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You sent me a video, I listened to it. I ain't like what you had to say. So we ain't even about to be doing that. And that go for anybody. That motherfucker out here disrespecting my ancestors, talking crazy about my people. It ain't no beef. I don't know Lo to be beefing with him. This YouTube shit, bro. The internet not real. What I'm saying is, if you see that he disrespected my people, my ancestors, right? The people that I done came from, that I take very serious. And you see that he using derogatory remarks and all that shit, and you acknowledging it, and you saying he did wrong. You saying he did wrong. Yet you still gonna support him as a boxer. You clearly don't find that to be, a deal breaker for you. So because you don't look at that as a deal breaker for you, in my eyes, you ultimately okay with what he's saying. So because you still choosing to support him when you should be getting him the fuck up out your favorite fighter list, it make me question how much you really fuck with the people. I don't want to hear it, bro. There's nothing that he could explain to me that's going. I heard his whole video, bro. I took the time to actually listen to it. With the little bit of time that I got throughout the day, I took the time to listen to it. Cause I was like, is Lo gonna stand on business? No. No. So it ain't nothing to talk about. And it's like every time I talk about Tio, he asks for a link, bro. You're not the representative for Teofimo Lopez, bro. I know you rock with him, but you're not the representative for Teofimo Lopez. He represents himself, brother. So it is what it is. Like I said, ain't no fucking beef. I prefer to not converse or deal with any people who still choose to support Tio after that nut shit he done did. I don't fuck with half these niggas anyway. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know what I mean? Like I fuck with niggas that's in the chat and that shit. It's not beef at all, bro. This the internet. This shit not real. I don't want nobody really shitting on Lo neither though. You feel me? Just like let that nigga be who he is. You feel me? Shit not real. These niggas be threatening me on the socials all the time. I don't be tripping cause I know I ain't never gonna see them niggas. And if I do see them niggas, they either gonna walk past me or they gonna joe me just like they bitch would. So I ain't tripping. You're but anyways, what we talking about, y'all? What we talking about? Bradley is becoming Stephen A. Smith. They the same nigga. Bradley and Stephen A. Smith cut from the same cloth. Like Stephen A. Smith, that man literally, I seen this man defend Skip Bayless when he had all those accusations around him for like, that little freaky shit that he was doing behind the scenes. But then when Shannon Sharp get caught up in the situation with them snow bunnies, all of a sudden Stephen A ain't nowhere to be found. He talking about it, but he act like he don't know. Oh, I wasn't there, so I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. Nigga, you wasn't there when Skip Bayless was doing his nut shit neither, but you was defending him. So you'll defend your boy Skip Bayless, who was literally trying to ruin your career, if we being honest. You and Skip career, you and Shannon career, he was trying to destroy. But you gonna defend, but you're gonna be like throwing your brother under the bus and Shannon Sharp, who helped you keep your show afloat once he got back in the shits. I hope Shannon Sharp don't ever go back to ESPN again. Once them accusations come out, once everything come out, and it was all consensual, and this bitch was just lying just to get a check, I hope Shannon Sharp stay his strong ass on YouTube. Stay with Club Shay Shay. That's doing phenomenal. That's one of the top podcasts on the internet today. You know what I mean? Keep your nightcap show with Ocho Cinco. Y'all got a great chemistry going on. And that's it. You're a huge influence on the sports world right now. You don't need no ESPN. You feel me? You could get 100. I bet you that like Spotify, you probably could see 100 M's with them. They gave Joe Rogan 100 M's. You know what I'm saying? Like Barstool and all, they be cashing motherfuckers out, bro. You get something. You don't need to go with ESPN, bro. LeBron should have slept Stephen A. LeBron got too much to lose to do that shit, brother. That man got $1 billion net worth. He ain't smacking no Stephen A. Stephen A gonna really cash out. LeBron slap him. That shit gonna be all over the internet. Come on. LeBron for real check Stephen A. Facts. Facts though. Facts. Anonymous said, "Did you see Bob cooking Canelo?" Nah, I didn't. Let me see. I've been out all day, y'all. My fault, man. I'm gonna be sharper on the live tomorrow for sure. Let's see. So this is Bob Arum, y'all.
I think it's terrific. It's very interesting. But again, if I had to pay money to watch that fight, I wouldn't do it.
E Money said Tio got the footwork to trouble Boots. Really? Show me where Teofimo Lopez used his feet for 12 rounds. Teofimo Lopez likes to plant his feet and time motherfuckers, counterpunch people. And if he is on the back foot, he clearly shows being uncomfortable on the back foot. Y'all want to use Steve Claggett as an example as to why he could throw a lot of punches and he got a good engine on him? Use Steve Claggett as an example of him struggling, fighting off of the ropes and fighting on the back foot. And he gets hit on the ropes. Mark really streaming on 10% energy facts. I'm going to be rocked after this, cuz. And my voice kind of fucked up from yelling instructions today, too. Yo, Anonymous, this what you gotta realize, brother. He said, I don't understand these dudes. T.O. ain't got shit for boots. Anonymous, they understand that just as well as you do. They understand that as much as you do, brother. The problem is their fantasies intrigue them more than their reality. So what they do is they put their fantasies into the world just hoping that it manifests to become reality, but it never does. In your mind, you would love to see Boots needed 2 fights to beat a nigga named Karen. Stop. E-Money, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot because he needed 1 fight to defeat Karen because he beat him the first time. You're an idiot. Second time happened because of a mandatory, and he still beat him. He didn't need 2 times to beat a nigga named Karen. Now, if Boots lost the first fight, yeah, he would have needed 2 fights to beat a nigga named Karen. But he beat him both times, so you literally sound dumb as shit. So if you're going to make points and you're going to be on here talking, make sure you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like this niggas like him are the reason why boxing fans don't get taken serious. That's why fighters don't fuck with fans, bro. Cause we got dumbass niggas like E Money coming around here trying to talk boxing. He don't know shit. See, you talking and you don't know what you talking about, brother. You talking and you really don't know what you talking about. I'm not getting emotional. I've been keeping the same voice the whole time. Ain't nobody screaming, shouting, none of that. I say you're an idiot. You must not know how the IBF rankings work. The second fight happened because Boots was mandated to fight him. If he didn't fight Karen, they would have stripped him of his IBF welterweight title, just like the IBF did with Canelo because of William Skull. Just like how they stripped Terrence Crawford for not fighting Boots after the Earl Spence fight. These things happen. All right, I'm getting emotional. I literally just told you. I just literally answered your question, and you talking about that's emotions. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I literally just gave you the reason why he fought him for a second time. Even the first time, I think was like an IBF eliminator. Wasn't that the first Boots and Karen fight? I think that shit was like a final eliminator or some shit. It was for the IBF interim. Boots and Karen the first time was for the IBF interim belt. So that put him in position to be mandatory at the time. Terrence had a rematch call set up with Earl Spence. He couldn't fight Jaron Ennis next. The IBF strips him and hands the belt to Jaron Ennis. Right? Jaron Ennis fights Dave Evanesian at the Wells Fargo. Boom, the IBF mandates him to face Karen for a second time. He had to fight Karen for the second time in order to keep his belt. And if he wouldn't have done that, he would never have he would have never did a unification fight with Amonte Stanionis. Boxing with 2-4, what up? Karen exposed Boots. How the fuck Karen exposed Boots? How? How many rounds? What rounds? What rounds in the first fight did Karen expose Boots? What rounds? Can you show me what rounds? Since you know so much and you watching these fights, show me what rounds he exposed Boots in. Because I could have sworn the scorecards is 120, 108. I ain't never seen a nigga lose 12 rounds and then motherfuckers come out and be like, oh yeah, that boy exposed. He lost every round, but he exposed him. You know how stupid you would sound? Exposed his feet. What about it? What about it? How about Teofimo Lopez? I think you literally on here exposed like defending Teofimo Lopez. So with that being known, because you said you think Teo can outbox Boots, what did you think of Teo getting outboxed by Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin? Did his feet get exposed? This dude, like this was wrong with these boxing. Bro, these are not boxing fans, bro. Like I genuinely feel like if you're a boxing fan, even if we disagree, like you gotta have a respectable opinion. Y'all literally just copy and paste what other people say, and you play like y'all niggas be plagiarizing, cuz. God damn, these niggas going hard outside. All right, we ain't even about to be talking to him no more. He ain't talking nothing. He said, "Mark, you going back and forth with a goofy. Get your rest." Hey man, it is what it is. Let me see how many subscribers I got, yeah. I think we right next to the 2,900 mark. 28. Yeah, we had 2894, yeah. We need 6 more subscribers. YS what up, brother? How you doing? This a groupie channel? If this was a groupie channel, your mother would be on here. Eat a dick. See how that works? This was a groupie channel, your mother would be on here with her mouth open. Fuck these niggas talking about. I said, not you, Mark. I was about to say, damn, forever. I thought we was cool, brother. I'm rooting for Mike Fox, though, man. Yeah, let me get my boy YSM a wrench. Good call, brother. That's my boy right there. Man, I gotta do some interviews with YSM, man. Oh man, I gotta go find that man. I gotta go find that man. I'm free on Monday. I'm gonna pull up on YSM, man. Nigga said I want to meet YSM. Well, every time I leave the room and come back, Mark got new beef. It don't be beef, bro. Just niggas are dumb. And you can tell, like, niggas don't be trying to learn shit neither. Like, if you ask questions and you genuinely didn't know, then we could have a conversation. But, like, these dudes be, like, literally talking about shit they don't know, and they try to convince you that what they saying is right. Whole time they just sound dumb as hell. You know what I mean? But, all right, man. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that came through and show love to the channel. If y'all could go ahead. Am I hard to find? No, I'm not. I'm very accessible. I say that all the time. Why would you ask that, Simba? Karen is number 6 on the WBO. That boy Norman keep talking that crazy shit about Karen. Yeah, I mean, his son gonna have to see him. Ain't nobody trying to backdoor, bro. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Let me get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 3K. About to hit that 2,900 mark in due time. Only 6 more subscribers. So if y'all could go ahead and subscribe to the channel so we can hit that mark, that'd be very much appreciated. I was gonna get more on Tim Bradley, bro, but I ain't got the energy for it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So we be back at it tomorrow, man. I'll be a lot better. I promise you that. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.